good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from or listening to us from. We are happy to be here. Today is another Saturday. It is 3 p.m., meaning it is Love Inspires o'clock. And so we come your way every Saturday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. GMT, with inspiration, with motivation, with education, just to inspire you to take that action, to inspire you to move, to inspire you to progress and progress towards success. What does success mean to you? Success means different things to different people. What does it mean to you? Our aim here is just to inspire you with stories, with education, with anything that you will find valuable in our presentation to be able to move towards your success. And I'm happy to be here again for this particular episode where we are going to focus on something interesting, something that will impact you towards your success. Thank you for tuning in. And if you just join us, we will ask you to share the live, like it, put your comment in that I'm on, or Love Inspires, hashtag Love Inspires, or hashtag Lolonyo. Whatever you can put in the comment section. You are welcome. Your comments are welcome, as well as your questions. Anything you have to tell us, you can put it in the comment section, and we will be happy to read you. But don't forget to share. After liking, share with your friends, share with your loved ones, share with your families, share with your enemies, and share with your exes if you do have. Thank you, and we'll be back right after the break. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you. Welcome back. Today, as you can see on the screen, we are discussing empowering beliefs, empowering beliefs, empowering beliefs. And so that is the topic of the day. And I am your host and your guest. We will delve into the topic of beliefs. And then we want to focus on empowering beliefs. Let me state as an introduction to this topic that this is a way for you to be able to identify your past and know your present to lead towards your future. And in this particular topic, it's a very broad one when we come to the topic of beliefs and talking about empowering beliefs. And so we'll take it from one side with the hope to continue later. So empowering beliefs, we want to first of all start with what beliefs are and what are belief systems before we dive into empowering beliefs. And so today we'll be focusing on the topic of beliefs before we go into empowering beliefs, may probably next time. And so what are beliefs? That's where we want to start from. So if you are talking about empowering beliefs, probably we have some beliefs that are disempowering, or that are disabling, if I should put it that way. And so what are beliefs before they can empower or they can disable you? That's what we want to focus on. Empowering beliefs. What are beliefs? What do you know beliefs to be? I will take my definition from academic perspective before we come into real life perspective. And so from an academic perspective, beliefs could be the cognitive dimension of attitude, the cognitive or informational dimension of attitude. So what does a person like or does not like? That will be the evaluation. That evaluation is your attitude towards something, your attitude towards work, your attitude towards marriage, your attitude towards money, your attitude towards your country, your attitude towards yourself, and any other thing that we can think of. We say that mostly we say, for example, this child doesn't like maths. This child doesn't like languages. This child doesn't like people. It doesn't like women. It doesn't like, we say different things about others. And then also ourselves, I say, for me, I don't like maths. For me, I don't like this particular person. For me, I don't like this or that. That is an evaluation that you have concerning a person or a thing. That evaluation is what we call attitude. That is your attitude towards that particular thing. So that attitude or attitudes in general is the likeness or the likeness of something, or either you like or you don't like something. That is an evaluation. So that's what we call attitude. So what is your attitude towards this or that? But now there is something that is prompting that attitude. There is something that forms the foundation of that thing. There is something that makes you like or not like work, like or not like money, like or not like marriage, like or not like men or women. Yeah, there is something. And so that thing is what we call belief. So the beliefs are the informational or the cognitive, what is in the mind, the cognitive dimension of your judgment, your evaluation towards one thing. Your judgment that you give to something, that you like it, you don't like it, which is your attitude towards the thing, is informed, has its foundation in your belief. And that belief is what is the cognitive or the informational dimension of your attitude. Very simple. So how do you perceive the thing? What do you know about it? Yes. What do you know about it? What do you have towards it? That will determine how you behave towards it. How you behave towards that particular thing. What's the information, what's the idea that you have towards school? That will determine either you like school or not. That will determine either you like church or not. What's the idea that you have towards that? That will determine either you like pastors or not. That will determine either you like Africa or not. Either you like philosophy or not. Either you like fashion or not. Either you like a particular food or not. So there is a belief. There is an underlying underlying factor that is the information you have. So that is the cognitive dimension we are talking about. So that is the belief you hold towards a thing. Now that we know what beliefs are, what are the beliefs that you hold towards money, for example? If we don't have money, we have to know, first of all, what are the belief, what's the belief that we hold towards money. If you are struggling in marriage, what is the belief that you have towards marriage? If you are struggling with your job, meeting the target, you are struggling, you don't like the job, what is the belief that you have towards that? Your work. You are struggling to cooperate with someone, to live in harmony with someone. The first thing you should find out, what's the belief that you have towards that person. And that belief is what you associate the person to. What you associate the person to. We are getting into it. Now, from life perspective, we can say that belief, the set of all those beliefs that you have towards something, set of belief. Now, mostly we hold different beliefs towards one particular thing. For example, if we take life, people believe that life is a struggle, life is a war, life is a battlefield. To be alive is to be on a battlefield. That's a set of beliefs. All that you have, life is hard, life is challenging. Some people also think that life is a game. Life is it's a play. Life is joy. Life is happiness. So the set of beliefs that you have towards one particular thing will be called belief system, your belief system, or the entire system or the entire beliefs that you have as a person could be called your belief system. Now, the group of beliefs that you hold towards one particular thing will form the belief system, or the entire beliefs that you have as a person could also be referred to as belief system. So we have belief systems. So that belief system are set of ideas or principles that we have towards one particular thing, or we hold a set of beliefs or principles that we hold towards something, or that we hold as a person. Good. Now, I want to illustrate this idea of belief. I was saying that the evaluation attitude that we put towards something has an underlying factor. That underlying factor is what we know about the thing. That's what we bear in mind about the thing. The cognitive side, that is what we are calling belief. Let's take something like maths. I'm a teacher, so let me go into the educational side. So let's take something like maths. Let's assume that someone got a maths teacher at his formative, during his formative years or early years in school, or the first maths teacher or the first maths class that he ever had, he was caned in that class. The first maths class that he ever had, he was caned in that class. He was caned, and the caning was so painful to him that the only thing that he retained, or the most important thing to him, that particular class, is the caning that he had in mind. The first class that he had, for example, the first class, the most important thing in that class for him comes up as the caning. What that will make the person do will be that cognitively in his mind, he will associate mass, weight, gain or mass with pain. And that will be his belief. So for him, mathematics is pain. That's a belief. Cognitively, what he holds in his mind towards mass, anytime he hears mass, either consciously or unconsciously, what he knows is that mass is pain. Or someone who has grown up among his siblings, and before he even started learning mass, he has been hearing about mass from his siblings, older siblings. And anytime that they are talking about this particular thing called mass, all they say is how hard it is. So for many years, he has been hearing about mass, and all he hears is how hard this particular thing called mass is. So now, subconsciously, he attributes hardness to mass. Even before he starts learning mass, his system or his belief system towards mass is hard. That it is hard. Now, when that person, for something that is hard, no one wants anything that is hard. No one wants it at all. We don't want things that challenge us. We want human beings by nature, they want to live a free life, except for people who have that consciousness of life. And that takes work, that takes exercises. It's not only the body that we exercise. So that takes exercise to be able to. So let me come back. So the person has been able to form an idea in his mind towards mass, which is hard. So going into a mass class, he already has a perception of either pain, or hard. So in the entire class that you hold, for him, mass is difficult. This idea could work differently, could work for somebody that, yes, I know. So, okay, mass is a difficult thing. So now that I'm going in this mass class, I want to kill it. I want to fight it. So in that case, the person is going with extra bullet. But for someone, the person could also go relax. After all, it's difficult. It's a difficult thing. I'm talking about beliefs. So we are moving. So believe about the mass. For some of us, I want to still illustrate, we have beliefs concerning money. So these beliefs have stemmed from what we have been told. So beliefs are informations. They are ideas that we've made. And those ideas come from experiences we've had, things we've heard, the exposure we've had. Very simple. So what is the exposure we have with money? For most of us, we were told that money is hard to pull, like the hair we have in our nostril. For some, that's what we've been told. For some of us, we have been told consistently that, do you think money is on a tree that I go to pluck? That your mother our mothers have told us severally. Or do you think that money is just, we are plucking the money? You every day you come and ask for money. Do you think we are plucking the money? Do you think that money is somewhere that we are just gathering? That is making our belief, that is forming our belief towards money. The idea that we have towards money. So that belief will inform our likeness towards money, or our dislike towards money. Either we like money or we don't like it. Either we want it or we don't want it. That belief will inform it. Either we'll get it or we'll reject it. The belief will inform it. So belief systems are the filters through which we interpret the world around us. They are filters through which we interpret the world around us. They are the when we say filter, something that we use to sieve, something that we use to adjust ourselves towards the world or adjust the world towards us. So every human holds belief systems. So the question is, what are the beliefs that we hold? What are the beliefs that I hold as a person? What are the beliefs that you hold as a person? What forms, what is in your belief system? Take your life, the things you are struggling with, the things that you need, or the things that you are enjoying, the things that you need. For example, the things that you are good at. And evaluate the beliefs, the ideas that you have in your mind towards those things. Sometimes the tricky part of it is that these beliefs are there, but we don't know. So we have things called hidden beliefs. Those beliefs are there, but we don't know. So unless we do a retrospection, unless we do an introspection, before we'll be able to identify the ones that are hidden. Now, some are there, we know they are there, but we don't know how they are affecting our everyday decisions. How these beliefs affect our everyday decision. They do affect, either we like it or not. Once it's a belief, they do affect. There are peripheral beliefs and there are also core beliefs. Mostly peripheral beliefs are beliefs that we randomly hold. There are also core beliefs that are so strong in us and they impact us more than the peripheral beliefs. So core beliefs, there are also core beliefs that are hidden. Not because they are core beliefs, they are so strong, so we know them. Because some of them, they are covered. We cover them ourselves. Or we cover them. They are in, but we pretend. Or they are in, but we don't know. But they are so strong, but we don't know. How do we identify them? It will take sessions. It will take exercises to be able to do that. And that is what life coaches do, for example. That's what psychologists do, for example. And that's what reading books, interesting, or books on beliefs will teach you how you can, exercises you can do to be able to identify your beliefs. And if you do such exercises, you'll be able to identify them. And once you identify them, you'll be able to relate them to things that are happening in your life. Now, if we go, mostly as humans, sometimes it happens to us that things that we say we will not do, those are the things that we end up doing. Things that sometimes we even vow. Somebody will say, vow. I don't want to give an example. But at the end of the day, those are the things that end up happening to us, or those are the things that we end up doing. It comes from the beliefs that we hold. Once the beliefs are there, consciously they will appear or subconsciously. And psychologists have identified that 90% of the things that we do every day, we do them on how they call it, unconsciously. Most of the things we do them unconsciously. Do you know that even at a point, people drive, or most people drive unconsciously? They maneuver, they go, they drive, they make turns and then rounds, but it's things that become mechanical to them. So it's not unconscious. The word is mechanical. So they are doing it not necessarily because they are applying the 100% of their minds to it, but because it comes to them almost as a second nature. And so these things stem from the idea of belief. So for someone, driving is easy. His belief is that driving is easy. Somebody may be struggling with driving. I'm afraid I can't drive. Somebody say, driving is easy. It's not anything. It's just it's a simple thing. You just go on the road, you drive. Yes, because for him, in his subconscious mind, driving is easy. But for others, it is a struggle. So what are the beliefs that we hold? So those beliefs must be identified. So as I said in the beginning, some of the beliefs that we hold empower us. But there are also some that we hold that limit us. So we have empowering beliefs and limiting belief, or empowering belief systems and limiting belief systems. So the aim of this particular session, this particular session, which will go in different episodes, is to be able to identify limiting beliefs and to change them with empowering beliefs. So there is a way to change limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs. So that is the aim of this particular session. That will come in different episodes. So as I'm speaking, I know that as a person, you'll be able to identify the things that you believe if you want to take them one by one. Other than that, if you need help to be able to do this self-assessment, there are exercises that can be done and that will help you to be able to easily identify them. There are yes, let me simply put, there are exercises. So anyone who is interested in this, to be able to identify your beliefs, you can reach out, and then we will see how we can schedule to have these exercises that will permit us or help us to be able to identify our beliefs, the ones that are limiting and the ones that are empowering. If you are able to identify your limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering beliefs, you will be able to scale up in life. Let me say that it's not a one-day affair. It's not a magical what they call it, formula that you apply it, it's gone. No, these things are processes, or they go through a process, and it might take time. It might take shorter periods for some, and longer periods for others, depending on situations. And so, but at the end of the day, there will be transformation. So we may not get 100% results in a week. We may not get 100% results in a month, but as long as we start and we commit to the process, what is sure is that we will see transformation. Sometimes what happens is that some people want transformation in a particular area, but then before they realize, they see transformation in other areas because of identifying the limiting beliefs that are affecting almost every part of their lives, or affecting many parts of their lives. Good. So there are some common beliefs that people hold. Growth mindset is stem from beliefs. So they believe that it is possible. It's a belief. It's a belief. So the idea of it is possible, or the idea of yes, that I can, yes, we can. Those ideas bring out growth mindset. For example, the idea of scarcity, that I cannot, it is scarce. No, this cannot be achieved. This cannot be gotten. This we don't have. Yes, that is the idea of lack. I don't have. I don't have. You will never have. So there is a way to work on this, to change it to the idea of I don't have. Declarations I have is part, but it involves there are other things that must be attached to the declaration. To change to say tomorrow, start saying tomorrow that I have is very good. It's a beginning step, but there are other things that must be done to totally change this scarcity belief into the idea of abundance. If you know you live, there are people that they don't have, but they live in abundance. They don't have it on hand, but they live in abundance. So there is also cultural beliefs that people hold and people work with. So this is how things are done culturally or not, that people hold. Some of cultural beliefs can be limiting if not well applied. Yes, and some can be totally how do you call it, disabling or limiting. But then one needs to identify or to know the cultural belief. There are some cultures that family is important, family first. Someone's company is called family first. So there are cultures that family first. And so in that particular culture, if you are from that particular culture, it will inform many of the things that you do. Some may go in your disadvantage, but once you hold a belief, you cannot stop unless you identify it, to be able to stream it, to be able to use it in a more appropriate way that will favor you. There are some cultures that the belief of individualism is so strong. It's a core belief. So such a belief will inform your attitude, will inform the things that you do, the decisions that you take. Some will go into your disadvantage, some will go into your advantage. So they must be identified. So this is just an introduction to the idea of beliefs and the idea of belief systems. And again, this is the beginning of it. We will continue the sessions to identify limiting beliefs, how to identify limiting beliefs, and then how to replace them with empowering beliefs. I will share a lot of things going forward, and also some of the exercises will be suggested. But if anyone wants to take this further and engage to be able to effectively work on them, there can be also a one-on-one session. For now, we don't have any particular running session for that. But then we can have it one-on-one, which works better, especially when it comes to the ideas of beliefs, for to bring to regain oneself, free one from limiting beliefs that will be replaced by empowering beliefs, because we cannot just eliminate the beliefs, but they need to be channeled, they need to be repurposed. Some of them, some they need to be changed. So you can repurpose them or change them totally, so that you can make progress. You can gain the you that you want, who you want to be able to move forward. So this is Love Inspires. If you have your questions, kindly drop them in the comment section and we will attend to them. Love Inspires come your way every Saturday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. GMT. Today we have discussed and we are discussing the empowering beliefs, and we have spoken about beliefs, and we hope that this will continue from the sessions to come and session later. We want to make an appeal for support. There is we have our sister Virtuous Jifa, who was on our channel earlier, and she hinted when she was on our channel that she'll be organizing another session of donation in this January to mark her birthday. But then it's not about the birthday, it's about the life we want to touch. And so this time around is about padding up our girls in rural areas. There are some of our ladies, young ladies in areas where she's working, for example, that getting something like a pad is very difficult. And so you have some of the ladies not coming to school at all for a whole 1 week because of when the period comes, they don't know how to, or they don't know what to use to cover themselves to be able to be in the group. And some, they come to school and they are timid because they feel that they are not well protected, and so they don't want to stand up, do anything in class. They become reserved. And some, after the entire period, that continues with them. So they find it difficult to regain that confidence because of the thing. Or some of them, it has happened before because they came, probably they only use a rag to cover themselves, and when they came, unfortunately it leaked and someone saw it, and it has totally crushed their confidence. So we want to pad up these girls, we want to help. So whatever you can give, I'll put the flyers on the page. Reach out to the number and then support. Thank you very much. And I know you do that. This has been Love Inspires, and we come your way every Saturday. See you next Saturday for another interesting episode of Love Inspires. See you and bye-bye.